Bentley has long stood for stately luxury, tradition, and craftsmanship. Yet, like every legacy automaker, it must now embrace electrification. Enter the Bentley EXP 15 concept, a bold vision that signals the brand's future design direction and its first foray into full electric territory. While the EXP 15 isn't destined for production in its current form, it acts as a design and technology manifesto for what's to come. Imagine a car that fuses Bentley's hallmark grandeur with a futuristic, electric sensibility. With over a century of heritage, Bentley's image leans toward the stately and noble. The EXP 15 aims to retain that aura, the same gravitas, even as it pivots into a new age. This concept car is full-size in its exterior presence and draws on virtual reality in crafting its interior, giving Bentley room to explore ideas without being bound by today's engineering constraints. Exterior design: big, bold, unconventional. The EXP 15 departs from conventional body styles. It carries a raised stance reminiscent of a luxury SUV, but melds that with a sloping fastback roof, creating a singular silhouette. That shape evokes historical cues. Bentley cites inspiration from the 1930 Bentley Speed 6 gurney-nutting sportsman coupe, particularly in how it tapers and flows. The surfacing is clean and refined, with a crisp crease that begins at the headlight and runs to the base of the side windows, and pronounced haunches at the rear. Because the car is electric, the hood is relatively short, giving proportion to the cabin-forward orientation typical of EVs. At the front, Bentley leans into drama. A glowing, illuminated grille dominates the face. Though EVs don't need massive cooling apertures, Bentley treats this grille as a canvas, a piece of art, composed of triangular elements that echo the crosshatch patterns of classic Bentley grilles. A central visual spine bisects the array, and the newly redesigned Bentley badge sits inset just below the classic flying bee hood ornament. Flanking the grille are vertical LED headlights, giving the concept a somewhat robotic watching presence. On the sides, there's a clever illuminated vertical trim at the leading edge of the doors, which houses an air vent-like channel to push airflow along the car's flanks. The rear carries slim, wraparound taillights and an active rear diffuser, while dual active roof spoilers help with airflow and aerodynamics. The overall feel is of a powerful, almost sculptural presence, part luxury grandeur, part high-design sculpture. Interior and cabin: luxurious, futuristic, purposeful. Inside, the EXP 15 makes bold choices. First, the door layout is asymmetrical. One full door on the driver's side, and two doors on the passenger side. The seating arrangement is also unconventional, just 3 seats. The driver occupies the front alone, and 2 passengers sit behind. The left side rear occupant enjoys expansive legroom, and that seat can rotate 45 degrees to assist in getting in and out. Bentley even contemplates using extra space for pet carriers or luggage when a passenger seat isn't used. The dashboard is wing-shaped, with sweeping surfaces emanating from the center console, one arm wrapping around the steering area, another curving toward a gauge cluster in front of the passenger. Much of the dashboard is glass. When active, it displays digital content. When turned off, it reveals wood veneer trim behind it. This toggling between digital and tradition is emblematic of the concept's philosophy, a marriage of the future and Bentley's artisanal roots. At the heart of the console lies what Bentley calls a mechanical marvel, a large physical dial reminiscent of a radial airplane engine. Around it, movable and illuminated glass surfaces frame a Bentley emblem, doubling as status indicators, for example, showing the direction of travel or battery charge. The materials are indulgent and inventive, while textiles, 3D, printed titanium trim, and exquisite switchgear finished in gold knurling. The doors and rear seating environment are accented with backlit panels that echo the grille motif, giving continuity between exterior and interior design language, lifestyle, and novel features. True to the concept ethos, the EXP 15 includes features that blend form, lifestyle, and whimsy. The trunk can function as a picnic setup. 2 small cushions convert into seating, a built-in refrigerator keeps champagne chilled, and a glowing glass lamp adds ambience. It's not just storage, it's an experience. Another smart touch: the paint. Bentley uses a Palace gold finish composed of an ultra-thin aluminum pigment that allows radar and sensing systems to transmit through the paint without interference. In effect, Bentley can disguise safety hardware, like radar modules that might otherwise need visible openings, behind that beautiful exterior, preserving aesthetics without compromising functionality. Purpose and future outlook. Bentley emphasizes that the EXP15 is not a production model. Rather, it's a design roadmap. It previews styling cues, interior logic, and user experience traits that may filter into the brand's first EV, expected in the near future. Those future models, however, will more likely adopt more conventional shapes, especially with the first EV anticipated being a compact or mid-size SUV rather than a radical three-door fastback. But elements from the EXP15, lighting language, grille graphics, interior surfaces, material contrasts, and multifunctional ambient features could very well show up. Even as Bentley transitions to electrification, the EXP15 reassures that the brand intends to retain its unmistakable identity, grandeur, craftsmanship, theatrical presence, and a touch of the unexpected.